These criminals will continue to rotate themselves, their friends, and their family. And that's how it's going to be. I wish you all the best. I just want to air my own view
Wish you
and my
safe.
personal opinion. Thank you very much, and may God bless all of you.
And you too. Thank you so much, man, for at least ensuring that you stayed back to give us all of that. That's very, very deep. If you ask me to say that one is deep. Now, Kensington is back. Oh, am I right, sir? Yes, he's back. How you doing, sir? I just suddenly look on the screen and you are gone. So he's gonna go for it before we come back before I come back to you, Eric, as well as Sir Felix and Aful. Sir Kensington, your shot.
Yes, sir. Yes. How are you guys doing?
Great. Oh.
Okay. My good Baba, last week, I was telling you that the only chance Nigeria has in terms of planning a coup was when Tinubu goes out of the country. If you remember, I had that conversation last week. That's the only window they have to do anything that has to do with getting him out of that office in terms of coup plotting and anything of that nature. So the opportunity they have is this short window. The announcement will come. I used to kind of think that the judiciary would do the right thing, but with what has happened the past few weeks, I'm 100% certain they would 100% make the wrong decision. You get my point? So the only thing left for Nigerian youth to do now is after they make that decision tomorrow. I'll give you an example. What happened in Bangladesh in 2022 is because of fuel prices, they got up and deposed their president. And in the 70s, right, they had a dictator in Philippines, Ferdinand, I think that was his name, Marcos. It was the people that got up and went to the presidential palace and stood their ground and got rid of him. That's how he was able to get out of that office. So the only thing Nigerians can do now, if the judiciary makes the wrong decision tomorrow, which I know they will do, Aso Rock is right there in Abuja. They don't even need to do anything else. Or the only thing they need to do is just mass themselves and go to Aso Rock and take over that place. If they can succeed in taking over Aso Rock, right? The military has no choice than to come out and come up with something within the next 24 hours after that, and they will be forced to do the right thing at that point. Other than that, that will not happen. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
So that is the only window Nigeria has to rescue themselves and save themselves from this catastrophe, is tomorrow when they make the wrong decision, which I know they will do. They have to get up and go in masses. So just imagine when they were having the 1 million man march in Nigeria, all the states were having these marches. So just imagine if they can recreate half of that crowd and march their way to Aso Rock. Nobody is stopping them. And they will be able to take over that government easily. Because most of these guys are out of the country anyway. They don't carry their family. All of them don't run come out. So that's the only opportunity Nigerians have to do the right thing right now, is to wait till tomorrow when the wrong judgment is read out. They all march to Aso Rock and take over Aso Rock, take over National Assembly tomorrow. And that will be the end of the whole system that's in place that has been corrupt for the past 60 years. Then they can recalibrate and redesign the whole system and let it work. And from what I know right now, Obi will not be able to do anything because he's too gentle for that. The only person that can call the youth and the masses to show up tomorrow is his vice president, which is Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed. That's the only guy that has the balls to do the right thing in Nigeria. Obi does not have that balls.
What about that threat of charging them for treason or insurrection and all of that they are already threatening with and all that, right? What about those?
My brother, that threat will work for Southerners, but the Northerners, it won't work. Because the Northerners basically are the ones that are in charge of Nigeria. So that's probably part of the reason Obi hand is tied. But Dati Ahmed, he will come out if he speaks tomorrow and tell the youth to go, let's take our country back. And one thing I also want you to understand is the elders have been telling the youth to take over their country. Sanusi made that statement 2 weeks ago. He told them that if the youth decide to stand up tomorrow and take over, they want to take their country back, they can do it. He did not mince his word. Jonathan said his own, but stylishly. And a lot of these guys have already been saying it. but they don't want to come out in full force and say it the way, just instruct the youth to do it. So the only person that can do this tomorrow is Dati Baba Ahmed. After the court read their decision and makes the wrong decision, he can come on national TV and declare that this is the end of it. They are not going to Supreme Court. Forget Supreme Court. Let's march all the way to Aso Rock and take this country back. I'm 100% sure all those obedient that are in Aso Rock, in Abuja, will come out and do the right thing. And Nigeria will be on fire.
Thank you so much, Saka Sintin. You have just dropped a bombshell that probably people glued to their TV screen right now, listening to you like, oh my God, that's true. That's possible. Let's listen to others. All right. Thank you very much for that contribution. I'm going to go to Eruk. Sir, you have been quietly waiting, and it is now your shot. Please.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, Mayogu, it's always a coincidence. Anytime I come in on these people of parliamentary, I always have engagement to do in Baltimore. So I've been waiting, but I'm going to be late, where I'm going, but I have to say something.
Yeah, let's still 5 minutes more. Then
yeah,
you can
so,
go on.
what I want to say is that Nigeria, make una manage your expectation, because I don't really see anything that gonna change, but then because if we don't handle the thing very well, everything will become as it be. Because I want to speak broken. Let me just speak broken. So make una try manage una expectation. As Mayogu always say, nothing will happen. Even if they give us better judgment or they no give better judgment, heaven no go fall. So make we just see wetin go happen tomorrow. That's what I will say. And again, any country that does not value human life is not fit to exist, because Nigeria no value people. You see how people are dying every day there because they don't value. So the country is not fit to exist as a country because they don't value human life. So for being everything I have said, there's nothing will happen. Mayogu always say it. Mayogu have been saying it, that no matter, everybody should make sure that they manage whatever thing they see. Because we already know who they are. So with that being said, I will say, make una manage una expectation, whatever thing you see, because there's nothing I can even say here that will change anything, because
at least
it's a game.
It's expectant too.
Yeah, the game have been already plotted, so we could just follow now. Except if the people rise, if the people say they will take back the country, then the ball is on our court, on the people's court. So there's nothing else we can do. So everything depends on the people. If they say, okay, they want change today, the change will come. If they don't want any change, then things will remain as it is now. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much, Cheruk.
Yeah,
I'll let you go now and get on to the next engagement. Okay. Thank you very much. Stay safe, Baba. So to Eruk is just to add to the voice and tell you that manage your expectations. Okay. If you have any at all, manage it. Okay. And if everything leads to, oh yeah, may everybody, even before that, protest is not even violence, by the way, Protesting against bad governance doesn't mean that you want to burn down your country. There's, don't give them that impression that, okay, when you say, okay, let us take back the country, this and that, what you mean is that you want to burn the country. No. They are the criminals, the violent ones that will say, if them burn you well, come out, we'll go show you. Now, if a lot of you comes out, then show the world that they are the ones who want to burn Nigeria down. Like, it's not always about violence, is it? Let's go to this Felix Okechukwu. How are you, sir? Oh, okay. I think I need to unmute you.
Yes. Yeah.
Go on, sir.
Thank you, Mayogu. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, Mayogu, I want to thank you very much for your work. To be honest, your work has been very fantastic. In fact, I enjoy your program. Many times when I try to call, I don't get through. I calm down. I enjoy the program. Even
Jeez.
when I miss it, I will listen to it again and again and again. In fact, I say keep on what you are doing. More grace to your elbows.
So he bet that.
Then about tomorrow case,
Hmm.
I want to say it very clear that we know that Nigeria is a country where the things that doesn't happen happens and nothing will happen.
Hmm.
So I'm among those who are saying that they will be what they are. One preacher was saying, look, it's difficult for him to predict himself, but he can predict the devil. Why? Because the devil is always evil.
Hmm.
So the same thing. So the same thing, Nigerian politicians, we should know them what they are, and they are always what they are. So even for example, maybe is 1% something happened, and they now say that they are going to rerun, or they can't even cast away Tinubu.
Hmm.
They can't say they can't. So I'm among those that say I'm not expecting any miracle, but I want to tell Nigerians that they should take their country. If not, the thing will continue forever and ever.
That's right.
That's what I really want to say.
Thank you so much, Sir Felix. Okay, Chuku, and continue to enjoy us. All right, because you are one of those who actually makes it more, encouraging for me to come back here when I have the people like yourself who sit back and say, "Well, I'm going to watch him now, and I don't want to miss him." Right? Thank you. All right, stay safe, sir. So now let's go to my main man, Afo Baba,
My Gumbaba.
where you are, but you're looking good, by the way. How is it?
Ah, thank you, my brother. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Solid, solid, solid. Well done, bro. Good to be here again. I mean, for me, this is my own church.
Always. Always. Now
Yeah.
you short, Baba.
So, right from 1999, when we started this series of democracy in Nigeria, we have witnessed several court disobedience by presidents. Severally, OBJ disobeyed court order. Buhari took it to another level. Nnamdi Kanu is in jail today against the court order. In Imo State, we all know about the story. They brought the current governor from number 4 to become number 1. Ahmad Lawan is in Senate today, despite not contesting as a result of the push from the courts. So I don't know why we Nigerians are open and waiting for magic from the judiciary as regarding the presidential tribunal. Maybe fortunately or unfortunately, the retired female judge, Odili, has already given a kind of snippet into what we should expect tomorrow. So I would be disappointed if the judgment goes the other way, actually. If it doesn't favor Tinubu, I will be
Like
disappointed.
that
I
way.
mean, that,
Like wow, you people disappointed me. Oh,
honestly, that. So it has been like that in Nigeria. And like they said, freedom is never given, it is taken. Judiciary, military, police, they are all complicit and helping the politician. At least we saw it wasn't recently that we saw the former IG of police. Saw the poster that he's trying to contest for an election again and all that. So it is all these guys. They have this tight and devilish handshake, and they are decided to continue to keep the people in bondage, bind them to the Philistine. The more poverty, the more povertized people they have, the easier it is for them to continue to rule and ruin the country. So, like Thomas Jefferson said, the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of the patriots and the tyrants. So, until we arrived at that point, that unpalatable junction, that enters junction that, shook the country, you probably will still need to go back to that same point, to restart the conversation, because that is the only outcome. Revolution now is the only solution to the problem we have in Nigeria. Expecting the courts to take out Tinubu and install Obi, that would only happen in our dream. Tinubu has gone to India to enjoy his life. Odelia has gone to the UK to enjoy her life. Most of these guys have, the way this thing happens, they've taken themselves out. So waiting for judiciary is like waiting for Jesus Christ to come. I don't know, I don't see that happening. So
Gabi Afo, thank
yeah,
you.
so thank you for your time, Marigo, and well done on John. Well done.
Thanks, man. So let's go straight to Boniface. I'm so sorry that it seems that I was kind of a jumping you, but it wasn't intentional, Baba. So I love your patience, okay? So yeah, let's come to you. I'm coming to you.
Good evening, the general and everyone listening. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank
The
you.
general, I've been watching you for many years. I've been trying to call, but you know how busy the line is always. But today I decided to join this live stream. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy. But tomorrow, I'm not expecting anything different. It's business as usual for them in Nigeria. Like Mazen Nadekalo would always say, if you are expecting anything good to come out from the Nigeria electoral system, you are living in fool's paradise. So tomorrow, they will see how it goes. It's business as usual. I really want to appreciate you, my General. Thank you very much. I don't want to waste so much time because I want to go to bed because I have work tomorrow.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
myself, all right? And then, stay blessed. Baba.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So people who don't believe in tomorrow, they don't want to make too much speech about it. They just feel like, you know what? Apart from waiting for what's going to happen, right? It's not like we are expecting anything like surprising. But nevertheless, a lot of people are waiting. I mean, even whether you believe in them or not, a lot of people are waiting because there are so many other events that are also expected to take place if things goes the either way. All right. Now let's come back. Kenny, you will need to put this your camera back on. Oh, but let's share the slots again based on everybody on my screen right now. And to everybody who is trying to get in, well, the link is right there in the comment section, right? Copy the link. Use a different device from the one you are using to watch this broadcast to join us, okay? And keep your microphone on mute. Adeola, you are going to go next in a minute. And then I'm going to come down to Jude. So Jude, the second Jude is going to be you after Adeola. Then I saw Kenny earlier, but I believe since Kenny is not on seat, I'm going to move straight to Kenneth. And it's good to see your face again, by the way, right? So Kenneth will go next. And Ozasele, it's good to see you again, Sao, again. And Ozasele will come around. And after Ozasele, I'm going to go straight to Ogun Magala. Did I even pronounce that right? You need to tell me that when you get on, okay, sir? So Kenny, you and I will hold the baton for the next participants as much as the time still permits, okay? But I'll go straight back to Adeola, the man of numbers. How you doing, sir?
Chairman, how fun? How are you? How's everything?
Yeah,
I think the consensus is quite clear that the judiciary will not do anything tangible tomorrow. So I think it's quite clear. I'm just thinking ahead of time. What will happen? What will be the after effects of?
To Adeola, all right. I had Andrew Oreton as one of my early parliamentarians that dropped off. Okay, so he's going to take a shot after you. So I hope everybody minds that. I mean, won't mind, right? Continue, Adeola.
Yeah, so I think we have a general feel of what's going on, and there won't be any huge change tomorrow. To be honest with you, it's just going to be exactly what we think it will be. My own thinking is what will be the after effects of it. How will we continue to coexist, or what will be the effect of their pronouncement tomorrow? Either way you look at it, because you have to kind of like do a bit of searching and do a bit of analysis. Okay, if they do the right thing, what's going to happen? if they don't do the right thing, then what will happen?
Somebody was asking that when we say they should do the right thing, they should do the right thing.
Yeah.
What exactly is the right thing we are talking about, right? Is it just to do the right thing by removing Tifnumbu is the right thing? And if they do that,
removing him
for the right, is that the right thing?
First of all, as it stands, this guy's certificate is not pure. Number one, it's not even pure. Number two, process of crime is there. So, on what leg is he standing on? He's not even fit and proper to even be on that platform in the first place. So, with the whole thing that they are doing, he has found himself in that position because automatically, with what he has already, certificate and his process of crime, automatically disqualifies him. So, if you're going to go back to a rerun, that's another conversation that we can have. But as it stands, I don't think that guy is fit and proper to be in that position of our leader. He's not fit and proper in the first place. So the judiciary is not autonomous. Like I said yesterday, it has been compromised. So they would deliver something that will favor him immensely. So the question is, where do we go from there? What happens after that pronouncement? What should we be doing and what should Nigerians expect? They will still expect Shege. The Shege will still continue to a level whereby the tipping point will happen at some point because you mentioned a while ago about the Naira and the dollar relationship on how further and further it would keep on going apart, and it has continued to be that because we're not a productive economy. It has ceased to be a productive economy, so there will be increased poverty. The inequality will keep on rising, and at some point something has to give. There'll be a tipping point. So if they pronounce something in favor of Tinubu, it means the Shege will continue. Nigerians become much more impoverished, and we'll have to have that conversation. Labor will kick in. They will, everyone will go scatter. It's just timing. So for me, is trying to reiterate everything we've said before. But the question is, what happens to us afterwards, after that pronouncement has been made?
Which is what we have been actually talking about.
Exactly.
We said they will be rigged. We said they will go to court, and they will still be rigged from court as well.
But
when there's no way,
the legal wrangling would take its course, but the man on the streets will still continue in that lifestyle of inequality of opportunity and of outcome and decrease mobility to anything. So his life is already predictable. So the legal wrangling is immaterial. What is material is people's life outcomes and what will happen to them. The Shege will continue. So the question is, at some point, they will have to give in. Something has to give in. It's not, even logically thinking about it, is not sustainable. This model is not sustainable. So at some point, it will pack up. So we're just waiting for it to pack up. So even if we don't go around to shout and cry, no, it will collapse itself. It has been designed to collapse. So, Baba.
Thank you, Diola. You are amazing. And thanks so much once again for stopping by as usual, right? You have a wonderful evening over there. So now I think I have also kind of lost one or two other participants. Kenny, I do hope that this line is going to serve a disappointment tonight. Let's keep the microphone on, and I'm going to let Sir Andrew Oreton use his own slot now that he's here before the network will take him off again. How are you doing, sir? How are you?
My good general,
yes,
I salute you. You very, very much.
Great one, sir.
Mayegu, I've been watching your program for the past 3 years. I'm calling from Nigeria. We are here on ground. We are the ones seeing it all the time. Well, your program has been very educative and very informative.
Thank you.
Much I will say tonight is simple, and I'm not going to take much time.
Please, sir.
Everything that has beginning surely will have an end.
That's right.
If that cannot continue this way, no doubt about it. If anything goes wrong by this kind of arrangement, the judiciary are under watch. When we are in secondary school, they say judiciary is the last hope of a common man. As it stands today, can you hear me, Mayegu?
Loud and clear, because I just highlighted you to the screen so that everybody can actually be proper. Go on, sir.
As it stands today, if the judiciary fail to do what is right, it will only just send a clear message that our democracy will cease to become constitutional democracy. Will become a mirage in years to come. We'll be here watching, we'll be here monitoring events, but history and posterity watch every player struggle. They have the opportunity now to rewrite the history of this country for the generation to come. But if they choose to do what's wrong, history and posterity too will never forget them.
Don't forget them.
But one thing is certainly clear. For everything that has beginning, we surely have an end. Nigeria cannot continue on this track. Good night, my group. I greet everyone.
God bless you, sir. Already, that's a very, very straightforward message as well, which I much appreciate, sir. Thank you. All watch, and like you said, they have a chance with history. They have a date with history. Whatever they decide to write with it, posterity will judge all of us, including them. Thank you, sir. Stay safe, eh? And let's go straight to the order. How did I share that the other time? Where is Jude? Something happened. Jude was supposed to be here, but he's not. So I'm just going to go straight to, I believe, who's that again? Is that Silly? Is that you? Or I'm supposed to go to Kenneth? Help me. I think it's Ken. It should be Ken. Now, Ken, it's going to be your shots. It's 5 minutes, and we are already having some deficit of time already. So, yeah, please.
All right, I'll make it very quick. Good evening, everybody. Now, let's save ourselves this fiasco or this shit show that is about to go down in Nigeria. I mean, the whole thing is a shit show. Let's face the fact, Mayegu. We've said it here in this platform many times without number, that the issue, the problem with Nigeria, the problem with that country called Nigeria is that constitution. I don't know why we're not paying attention. The majority of us are not paying attention to the detail of exactly what the issue is. The issue is that constitution. If you look at that constitution, the way it's drafted and it's created, that is the genesis and the revelation of the problem of that country. This judgment coming up tomorrow is just like, it's a sham. They already made up, they've cooked up the whole thing. The thing is already set up. Okay? So what we're going to watch is just this, what majority of us have already said it all. That's exactly what is going to play itself out. The constitution itself is bedeviled. It is the creation of evil that the system is designed, and I repeat again, is designed to work against the Nigerian state, the people. So whatever you put out there, evidence, this and that, this douchebag, this career crook, criminals, vampires, have already done everything they've set up to do. Okay, can anybody say to me now, how on earth Tinubu is already living out of the country? You think he doesn't know? All the least wife said what he said, all those things, you think they don't know? Please, tell me something else I don't know. Tell me something else I don't know yet. Finally, is that the country itself it's a joke. There's nothing is there. As long as you said it before, that as long as the right people who knows what they are doing get there, right things are being done. For now, in fact, it's a marginal. What we're experiencing is a marginal. They should just end the whole damn bloody thing. As far as I'm concerned, that country is a joke. Thank you.
God bless you, Ken. That's Ken. That's Ken. And I love it when I see Ken's face. to the voice as well. It's a different kind of a feeling of vibe. But again, let's keep it going. All right. I kind of would take on Osazele. I know that I'm going to come back to Ogumagala.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening.
Osazele. You know, I always kind of see first before the
Come on, bro. Come on, bros. Come on, bros. You're a Nigerian. If you can pronounce Japanese name, you should be able to pronounce Osazele.
I do, but you know, when I pronounce that right, I tend to put the Z first, right? Instead of
yes, Osaze.
It should be Osase, Osaze. Good.
Zele.
Yes, so how you doing, Baba?
You're right. Okay. Thanks for having me once again, bros. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure. See, I have not been here because my working schedule is a little bit in contrast with your live program. And that is why you haven't seen me for a while.
I'm glad I caught up.
Yeah. So I hear a lot of brothers coming here acting like comedians. This is not a time to laugh.
No.
Okay. I felt that we Nigerians, we are people that lost value. We lost this dignity. You see, the Bible said there are times for weeping, time for celebrating, time to laugh, time to cry. What is playing out right now, or what's going to play out tomorrow? What is already playing out? Because we are in a turmoil now. Since this case has been brought before the court, Nigerians has not have peace. We'll be waiting to see what will happen. And coming here, I'm thinking that this is funny, but I want to say it's not funny. This is not to insult anyone, but I just want to say I don't feel good seeing that Nigerians coming here talking about, oh, it's what we expected. We laugh over it. And you see, if here, what is going on in Nigeria right now was in France, people will be calling, they will be shouting, they're ready to burn down the country. Great countries, they are not built on comedy. You know, we keep making comedies. You know, in the churches, in the political arena, in the court. If you look at our court, it's about comedy. And that is why I don't like to watch anyone that's talking about Nigeria in a comedy way. I'm not a fan of that. Because I always say there is a time to laugh, there's a time to be serious. We are facing a historic movement now, where every Nigerians, whether those in this diaspora or at home, are waiting to see what the judges will do. Of course, we already know what they will do, but it shouldn't be funny. You see, when a chicken, you know, when a hawk or an eagle came down, okay, to pick their little baby, they don't just fold their hands. They wanted to fly, like to catch up with that hawk or with that eagle to recuperate their little kid. Even though they cannot fly, we know chicken cannot fly, but they just don't have to fold their hands. They have to react. You know, great nations are not built on comedy. You have to understand revolution always take blood, always take courage. I might be in abroad right now, but if I was at home, I would speak the way I'm doing right now. I know if I was there, I would be dead by now. Because the way I am built, like I told you all the time, I always like to go on the left side. I never follow the crowd. If everybody are laughing, everybody are laughing, making comedy, man, I'm on this way. Okay, so when you look at what has been going on in France, why France became one of the most democratic countries in the world, it's not because of the government, but the government have to fear the citizens because they don't understand what the citizens can do. And don't get me wrong, we will say, okay, but you know, in France, police, they are not armed, you know, they don't shoot our citizens, but police can kill us. But how many people can police kill? When you start something, you are not able to finish it. That's where those who lost their life will be losers. But if everybody go in there, they will not be able to kill everybody. No. But Nigerians, for last, suffering and smiling, nobody want to go, nobody want to die. So, but come here and buy into that pessimism and say, oh, we know what already happened. And no. We should be able to speak because the whole Africans has been waiting for Nigeria to realize its glory, that potential that we'll be talking about, to realize it so that they have to lead. But over the years, the Nigerians has failed. We have been electing, not everyone have been rigging the elections. We voted for Jonathan, we voted for Buhari, we voted for whatever they have there, who was there before. I'm talking about Obasanjo and the rest of them.
Yep.
None of them rigged the election, But if we have this Tinubu situation right now, this is exceptional. But Nigerians have been listening to people who are mediocre. They buy into this mediocrity in terms of leadership, where we're supposed to be electing people like Tinubu. I mean, sorry, Mr. Putin and the rest of them. But we can't electing people who cannot even read at the, at the United Nations Assembly. So what we have now at hand, even though we know what will play out tomorrow, it doesn't mean that we have to just fold our hand and say, oh, we know what is going to play out.
Hands up, like, what do you want us to? What do you want us to do? Like, hands down.
Exactly. Why are we here then? What I want us to do is to express that optimism. Even though we know, okay, you can call and say, okay, I know it's going to be like that, but we need to stand. These are the people that speak with, with value, people that have value, that have dignity. But once you lost value, you will say, oh, nothing we can do now. Let's go home. Then we just begin to stay in that slavery for many years.
Thank you so much, sir. Our time, I appreciate this, and I bet the message is also passed. Somebody said that should we be crying? No, SARS is not asking me. Osasile is not asking you to start crying. It's pretty much saying.
Yeah, that is the simplicity that we're dealing with. That is the simple mind that we're dealing with. People like understand. They know what they like this intellectual discussion. They don't understand that. Oh, let's not give up on life. Well, what will we do now?
To have that. Thank you. Osasile.
It's a pleasure.
Too, sir. You have done well. Stay safe and have a good one, sir. All right.
Thank you.
I had to make him an exceptional parliamentarian, even though he's on his vest, right? He's got the kind of like, Anyway, I am going to go straight to Ogumagala. Meanwhile, sir, after you is going to be Kenny, but I've already added another 3 parliamentarians to this, okay? So, Obed is going to be, what I'm going to do is that I've got the Word of God Outreach TV. Sir, you are going to go after Kenny, okay? Please have that on. Then I'm going to come straight to Michael. So, Michael, you're going to be next after the Word of God Outreach TV. Then I'm going to stick to this, my bro, that looks like a snow. So you're going to be me, you and I, until we change the button or transfer or sort of pass it to other parliamentarians that will join us. But if we find any lady, I would likely ask for your excuse to let the lady have, normal. So let's go straight to who is next there? Ogumagala, I think it's you. Please. Oh, hang on. I think you need to unmute. Okay, yeah, that's you. Please, go on, sir.
Okay, can you hear me?
Very loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, everybody in the house. I really want to thank you for this program. I always listen to your program. This is my first time of coming into your program. And I just have a little contribution to make. Please. And tomorrow will be a day to remember for Nigeria youth. Because I believe that after tomorrow, every youth in Nigeria will know that in Nigeria, an elephant can fly in Nigeria. It's the same news we are going to hear tomorrow. And I want to please on everyone that lives in Nigeria. Nigeria is not worth dying for. If you hear the news tomorrow, still take it as the way you hear the news. That is all I want to say today. Thank you, bro.
God bless you, sir. Yours is just to kind of let them know that Nigeria is not worth dying for, okay? And indeed, they should kind of do it with sense. Yours is direct. Thank you so much for stopping by, okay? And I'm going to go straight to the next person. And we currently have a lady. You see? We will need to kind of break the protocol, right? Which means I will give the lady their shot, and Kenny, as a gentleman, won't mind. Is already smiling, by the way. So yeah, the parliamentarian here is not smiling, but she would have the shot. Princess Balogun, please, you've got 5 minutes. Oh, you need to unmute. Oh. I have just unmuted you now, or maybe you should try it at your own end. We can't hear you. Yeah. You need to unmute. Sorry, Princess, can you hear me? Okay. I always have problem with Princess devices when it comes to linking up on this program. So we'll come back to Princess. Kenny, that your smile was that of a gentleman, but it can't end up be like saying, nah, the wicked smile. Is it okay?
No, my ego. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm a super gentleman, and trust me, my smile is very sincere.
Allegedly, now my own is going to be like allegedly. You know, when you did like that, like, yeah, you, my ego, now, okay, yeah.
No, I mean, I always respect our ladies, especially the yeah, I trust you. I mean, I do respect them, and I like to give them opportunity ahead of anything.
Bless
all right. So yeah, thank you so much, Michael, one more time. That I'll be part of this program today. I won't take much of the time. However, I'll make reference to my last statement when we had this parliamentarian section.
Yes.
I don't know if you can remember. I think that day happens to be the birthday of Obi himself, right? And the question I asked you at that time, are we expecting a different result from? And then, a lot of people felt that probably this guy is very pessimistic and all of that. I said, no, it is because I've understood the system and how things work, all right? The only challenge is that some people are surprised about the outcome of the judiciary or the election petition or whatever it is. First of all, for me, I am not expecting anything different from the process. That's number one. So I'm not how do I put it about tomorrow's outcome. I'm trying to find a word to use, but anyway, I won't be surprised tomorrow. It will also confirm my expectation. And then the question now is that why am I expecting the outcome of tomorrow to be in favor of Tinubu? If you look at the root cause analysis about the whole thing, right? I mean, everything boils down to the 1999 Constitution, right? I mean, whatever noises that you're seeing around now, the election, the way the election went, and everything, all those things are just symptoms that that were produced as a result of 1999 Constitution. All right. So I will try as much as possible to be brief about the next comment that I want to make. I want to reference Dele Farotimi's comment when he said something about the 1999 Constitution. He said that if you line up 2020 Dele Farotimi, multiply their brain by a factor of 10 and force them to operate 1999 Constitution.
I can give you a second.
They shall fail woefully.
There, if it's going to keep distracting.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can give you a sec.
Oh, I can't hear myself. I can't hear anything. Anyways, so I'm going to continue. It looks like you can hear me, right?
Yeah, it seems like the call is coming up on your device. I give you a moment to cut it off. If that's
I can't hear you.
I know. The volume is quite gone. It seems as there is a call that came onto your device, making that sound. I think.
I don't know if you can hear me. My audio is acting up, kind of. Let me try and see if I can.
Go ahead. Go on.
Oh, I should go ahead. Okay. So, it looks like okay. All right. So that if you try and force them, to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance enshrined in that Constitution, they shall fall woefully. So for me, everything we're talking about today, and the Tinubu taking advantage of it, or the set of leaders that we do have, the kind of political system that we do have in Nigeria, everything is rooted into that Constitution. All right. So I'm not expecting different result. At the bottom line, I'm trying to let you know. And then when you do the root cause analysis of what the problem is, if you want to take down the establishment, just remove the Constitution. So people should focus more now on the Constitution, which give back to all of these things we are seeing today.
No problem.
Everything we are seeing today, it's purposed by design. It is designed to work that way. Nigeria is not for me. It's not for the indigenous people of the people called Nigeria, because the 1999 Constitution doesn't give or doesn't define who a citizen is. You know, so everything we are seeing today as a result of that. So to the obedient, I'm glad that you have come to the final stop. All right, I want to see what your reaction will look like tomorrow. But here again, this is my advice and my take about everything. Instead of focusing on this tribunal thing, result or whatever thing, why don't we all channel our effort to pull down the Constitution, you know, and then we can birth a new Nigeria. And the reason why I said that, hypothetically, let's say they declared Obi winner, and Obi eventually got to the position. What would Obi do?
With that same constitution.
Is Obi going to create his own constitution and then rule with it?
Kenny, thank you so much, okay?
Right.
Having audio problem. I'm going to go take another one, okay?
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Me, right? Because I'm going to begin to use sign language, by the way. So yeah, that's Kenny. Our time is rounding up, and I've managed to get Princess back. And I don't know if she can hear me now. Can you, Princess?
Yes, I can.
Or the network disappears again, right? Please, quickly.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Maigo.
Yes, ma'am.
It is a very simple thing. We should just all get our plates ready and be ready for the breakfast.
Yeah.
Because we are going to get served. We're going to get served tomorrow. And people saying posterity, we judge some people. Posterity will need that. People coming on this platform saying, oh, don't let them kill you. People are dead already. People will die. It's either you die a good death, knowing you tried, you put in effort, knowing that your children are not going to go through what you've been through, knowing that you're not a coward, knowing ourselves that we are the leaders we are waiting for, knowing that we are in a country that has been created to self-destroy. No matter what they do, yeah? They can't get it right. They cannot. It is as simple as that.
Designed to fail.
They cannot get it right. See, it is like us. If you can just imagine us kneeling on our four, 2 hands and 2 legs, like we are the table these people are eating on right now. Their trays, their plates are on our backs. If we are able to get up, the food is going to splash on all their faces.
Scatter the table.
A part of our back will get burnt, but then we will fry them. There is power in number.
Yes.
And we have that. It is the power of the people. And the only power the people have got is the people's power.
That's right.
So coming out and saying, you thinking United Nations is coming to help you. What else can they come? They are not for you.
No.
Who say nobody send on that. You go suffer, you go tire. So the best thing we can all do is just we fight this.
However,
because what are we going to tell our children? What our parents are telling us now? Remember the child of whom you are. Remember the kinika of whom. What are we going to say to our children? That we sat back and we watched some few people just walk all over us, press our necks every now and then. And I have said it here, whatever power you give to your politicians and your government is the power they use. If you tell them it is the power to walk all over you and cut you, see, if someone should come into this place now and step on me and I don't react, that person is going to do something more, probably bite me. If I do not react, that person is going to bring knife and cut me open. It is as simple as that. These people are not for you. They are not there because of any of you. They don't even care about your future. They don't care about your they've destroyed everything. So what is left? What do you have left that you want to fight for? What do you have left that you want to hold on? Okay, I don't want to fight. Let me hold on. Hold on for what? If you're not getting your mandate, do the right thing. If the judiciary is not coming forth, then all hope is lost. So what are you waiting for? What do you want to wait for?
Princess,
let me allow others talk.
Thank you very much.
But it is what it is.
I am glad to hear from you. And a lot of people are so happy to hear from you too. I have another lady, but I'm going to put a little bit of a break inside, okay? Before, I don't want it to be too sweet. Oh, no, get diabetics, I told you whenever they are part of this, and their contribution is what I've seen before, right? It will be sweetening your stomach, it will be sweetening your belly, like they say, like sugar. So, my lady, Victoria E., I'm coming back to you. I'm keeping all the best part for the, what I mean, like. But let's go straight quickly to Word of God outreach. Zeus, dressed like a warrior. I'm coming to you. Please don't go away yet, okay? Sir, Word of God outreach, sir, is going to be your shot now. And you have the floor, please. Can you hear me, sir? Hello? Right. I don't know if he's praying. He's not reacting. Can you hear me? No, it's not. It doesn't seem so. It's not looking so. So let's save our time. I am